amendment is straightforward. It would add Middle Easterners and North Africans to the definition of community of color in Section 3(4) of the legislation. My district in Southeast Michigan contains a significant MENA community. And inclusion of this language would ensure that they receive protection under this legislation. In the city of Dearborn, which is currently in my district, the South End in particular is a well-known environmental justice community whose residents continue to contend with the legacy of pollution and hazardous chemicals, resulting in increased risk of a variety of diseases and other health issues. In fact, part of this district, my colleague Rashida Tlaib, who's on this committee, I think will speak in a minute, is actually a zip code that is the most polluted zip code in America. Inclusion of this amendment would give the South End MENA community and other MENA communities a strong voice, as well as a seat at the table under the Environmental Justice for All Act. It would provide for MENA community representation and inclusion in a variety of provisions in the legislation, including the National Environmental Justice Advisory Council established in Section 18A. Fundamentally, this amendment is about providing a voice for MENA communities who contend with the issues: pollution's impact on public health and disparate impact on those most at risk, highlighted by this legislation. I would like to thank our chairman for his constructive input here, as well as Congresswoman Tlaib for her partnership on this amendment and shared commitment to addressing this issue. I urge my colleagues to support this amendment. Thank you, and I yield back, Madam Chair. MENA communities don't receive the recognition that they deserve by the federal government. The census's 2015 National Content, Race, and Ethnicity Analysis Report found that the results of this research indicate that it's optimal to use a dedicated Middle Eastern or North African response category. So we want to make sure that the community isn't excluded because it's not acknowledged. We're talking about a distinct community of almost 3 million people across the United States. And so that's why we are ensuring that this community is included in anything that this bill addresses. And these also happen to be communities that are most at risk, by the way, for energy poverty.